What's up, YouTube? Today I'm gonna be going through the spicy Nova Online leaks, if you know what I mean. All the screenshots and photos I used today were acquired through Bloodspeth's Twitter, so shout out to him and let's start this weird video. Right, so there's so much to unpack in this first screenshot as well. But I've got to start with the obvious. Nova talking about how he's into being a cook. I mean, just what the hell? Like, it's not surprising looking at his history and his just degenerate activities, but it's an absolute freak behavior and disgusting. Nova also mentioned something called ABDL, which I'm not entirely certain on, but if you do, please let me know in the comments. But also the fact that Nova Online has a therapist is genuine human abuse on this poor person. Imagine having to listen to him whine about the trolls, his house, his unemployment, and then also him talking about his, and I quote, kinky Discord servers to her. Poor person, genuinely. So on to the next screenshot. Firstly, Nova mentions the word chaste, which I believe is in reference to chastity cages and all that weird shit. As on a previous call, which was leaked, Nova has mentioned how he's bought one before, so. But also, Nova admits that he wants a fuck machine. Now, I'm sure it isn't difficult to image what I'm talking about, but it really seems like Nova thrives off talking to strangers on the internet about his weird little kinks. And honestly, I couldn't tell you if these people are of age or not. I assume they are, as it'll be a huge, even bigger scandal than the weird stuff we're going through, if not. I mean, just genuinely, what the fuck? Why is Nova messaging people he doesn't even know, talking about plugs and how he likes being called a pathetic small thing? And also, I hate to say it, but I think this screenshot is the evidence that Nova actually has a thing for degradation and may get turned on by being exposed for being a pedo and a freak by creators and larger channels. So, right, this is me while editing. I apologise to butt in, but why is this person calling Nova small? This man is obese. He's fucking huge. There's no way he believes he's a small thing either. So I'm sorry, but that's just one of the most ridiculous things about this. Right, I'm next going to be moving on to the photos which were leaked, and oh my days, these are fucking disgusting. Honestly, if you've got food, if you're eating, if you're about to eat, please click off the video because it's going to ruin your appetite. Because you're about to see what a is it 2022? Yeah, 22 now. It's his birthday last week. Yeah, wearing just horrible pedophilic things, and I'm sorry for showing you. I'm doing this segment just off raw reaction and genuinely, what the fuck is this photo, Nova? Why are you sending this to someone? I need to shave. Sissies don't have facial hair, and it's just an obese male. Like, that is fucking grim. Look at his double chin as well. Chin Universe, shout out, yeah, the chins. God, sissies, Nova, that's vile. I've said this so many times, but what in the hell are these photos? Let's start at the top. Oh, like bondage type stuff. Ooh, yeah, disgusting. I think it's even worse. That grimy, greasy photo of him in what, like a leotard? A bright pink leotard with greasy hair, nasty neck beard, looking like someone who's gonna fucking molest you. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's quite harsh, but you know what I mean. Then there's even further proof of this degradation kink. Alyssa here says, "Did I say to ask questions?" Nova responds, "No. Curiosity just got the better of me." Like, I'm no psychoanalyst, yeah, but it does seem like Nova enjoys being the submissive one in relationships and is allowing this woman, I presume, to boss him about and dominate him. I'm sorry, this is actually disgusting to talk about. I really can't. Right, so there's two parts of this image I want to talk about. Firstly, the delete it or that will be a second strike. This is clearly maybe that Alyssa person again, just controlling him. Yeah, I don't want to say the weird kinky word because I feel like I'm being put to shame here because of this fucking freak. And then there's the photo of fat obese Nova in what, a sissy university bra, sports bra. I've heard people say this might be from the website he gets his diapers from, or some like young child thing. But either way, it's really creepy. It's to do with children being a sissy, and it can't get any more disgusting than this, can it? It really can't. I said it can't get any more disgusting, and it really fucking has. So I do apologize, but what is this photo, man? How is he sending this to people? He sat there looking like a bowling ball in what, a male thong and a sports bra, which are pink and says sissy. But also, let's have a look at the state of this mirror. Absolutely filthy. The state of his hair, greasy as shit, and the bathroom. I'm surprised it's not dirtier, to be honest. But yeah, this man is. I've said it so many times. This man is fucking disgusting, man. Ooh. Right, so on to the next one. I wouldn't be surprised if this gets taken off YouTube because I do believe he is unclothed, yeah, in this image, and the only thing blocking us from seeing a vile sight is that poor teddy bear he's holding. I mean, it does look like he's bent over the bed currently with his greasy hair, and I'm sorry, he has to be weird to do this, yeah. But the people he's talking to, even if it's like a buddy troll, how can you put yourself to shame like this? You're being sent these images personally, and it's disgusting. Oh my god. Right, so here we've got Nova in a dress which says K12 on it. I couldn't tell you what it means, I'll be honest. It says based off the movie, so maybe it's a movie about this K12 dress. Most likely a kid's movie, let's be so honest. Let's hope it's nothing fucking weird for a 20-year-old man to be watching. But knowing Nova, it will be. Knowing Nova, it probably is. Also, I've got to say, as I've been editing this video, I can hear my mood just dropping after having to read and watch and talk about these things. So if anyone's still watching this, I really do implore you, and I'm sorry for putting you through this as well, but it's got to be out here just how disgusting this man is, and without people documenting and spreading the leaks and information, he just becomes more of a danger to children. So by spreading these leaks and information, people get to know about what he's done, who he really is, not this false TikTok, Pokemon cards, food reviews, the actual filthy degenerate behind the Novan Universe account. All right, finally onto the last leak for today because I can't take it anymore. I really can't. I can't take it. But we start with Nova saying, "Have you seen my passy?" Unfortunately, short for pacifier. Then this character which keeps coming up called Alyssa says no. So what does Nova do? He sends a photo of his fucking pacifier. And look at it. That is literally, I'm sorry, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. The fact he sucks on that for enjoyment. Let's not forget this. It's not an object he just looks at. He physically uses this, yeah. And it's bright pink with like, what's that? A rocking horse. This is clearly designed towards children, yeah. This 22-year-old man is using it himself. And honestly, how? How does anyone get enjoyment out of this? No, I'm sure I don't, yeah. I'm sure you guys don't. I'm sure nobody, anyone like we know, doesn't do this. For some reason he does. And I think that says a lot about his personality, his sexual enjoyments, if you know what I mean. Thankfully, this is the end of the video. No more leaks for now. If any more do come out, I'll let you know and I'll show you and I'll walk through them all. But this is the end. It's also my first video, so if anyone's actually watched this and got to this point, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time, yeah.